OFWs are saving less. Let's fix it with these 7 rules. As a fellow OFW here in the UK, I know the grind. Long shifts, cold mornings, and the pressure always to send money back home. We came here for a better life, but let's be honest, many of us are still living paycheck to paycheck. And even with financial literacy programs, OFWs are saving lesser and lesser. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, I'm sharing 7 money rules that helped me fix my financial habits. These are real, practical, but powerful. And if you stay till the end, I'll share a bonus rule. What I believe is a secret ingredient to successful saving and building wealth as an OFW. Let's look at what the numbers say. Data from the Philippine Statistics Authority survey on overseas Filipinos indicates a downward trend in OFW savers over the past 14 years. In 2009, 53% of OFWs save a portion of their remittances, but this figure dropped to 35% in 2002. That's a dramatic drop. A decade ago, SEDPI.com published a study featured by ABS-CBN. It revealed that 1 in every 10 OFW is financially broke even after years of working abroad, and 8 in every 10 OFWs have no savings at all. The BSP or the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas launched programs like Pitaka and Off-Bank to help OFW needs. But as of 2024, a PIDS study concluded that financial education programs have not been systematic or consistent enough to make a solid impact. Among these programs were Pitaka and Pera. I've included links to all these studies in the description below. So what can we do? Let me share 7 rules that make you rethink your approach to money and help you build financial security. Rule number 1. The 50-30-20 budget rule. This is one of the simplest budgeting systems out there, perfect for OFWs. You divide your income into 3 categories. 50% for needs or essentials like rent, transportation, utility bills. 30% for wants like holiday travels, dining out, or entertainment. And at least 20% goes into your savings, your emergency fund, retirement, and investments. Okay, so let's make this real. If your take-home pay is $3,000 a month, $1,500 goes to your essentials, $900 goes for fun or enjoyment, and $600 goes straight to your savings or investments. This is an oversimplified structure, but 50-30-20 helps you avoid overspending and ensures you're always saving something no matter how much you earn. Now, rule number 2. The 1% rule for impulse buys. This one's a game changer, especially if you live in a country like the UK where there's always a reason to splurge or spend money. We have a new spring collection sale, then a summer sale, followed by an autumn clearance, a Black Friday sale, then the Christmas blowout, then the New Year clearance sale. You got the point. How do you control those urges? Here's the 1% rule. If an item costs more than 1% of your annual income, wait at least 3 days before buying. Example, if you make $50,000 a year, don't immediately buy anything that costs over $500. That could be the latest iPhone, or maybe that luxury purse, LV Capucine. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Or do I just want it to impress my friends? Waiting gives you time to reflect, and most of the time you realize you don't really need it at all. So that's the 1% rule. Rule number 3, the rule of 72. Let's talk about investment growth. Do you want to know how long it takes to double your money? Use the rule of 72. Just divide 72 by your annual return. Say you're investing in the stock market or Pag-ibig MP2 at an annual 8% return. 72 divided by 8 equals 9 years. That means your 50,000 investment will become 100,000 in 9 years without adding more. Why this rule is important? Rule 72 helps you visualize your long-term growth and stay motivated to invest consistently. Now, the rule number 4, the retirement rule. How much do you need to retire comfortably? I mean, there's a lot of suggestions out there on how much you really need to retire. The reality is that retirement is personal. It depends on where you want to retire, what lifestyle you want, and your health situation. But here's a simple rule. Why don't you start with your monthly expenses today? Why? It's because it's very hard to give up your current lifestyle. The way you live now or your current lifestyle should be the same or even better by the time you retire. So let's say you spend $3,000 a month, which is $36,000 per year. If you divide it by 4%, which is your safe withdrawal rate. Withdrawal rate assumes 7% investment returns and after taking into account 3% average annual inflation. So your monthly expenses is 3,000 times 12 is 36,000 divided by 4%. You would need $900,000 invested to safely withdraw $3,000 a month without running out of money. Now, this doesn't include factors like, state pension or healthcare, but it gives you a realistic target. Rule number 5, the emergency fund rule. Why we save for emergencies and why is it important? Because life happens. We might lose our job, have medical issues, or face a family emergency back in the Philippines. That's why you need an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. For example, if you spend $3,000 a month, again, aim to save $9,000 to $18,000. But put this in a high-interest savings account. Never put your money on a bank account earning zero interest. This fund gives you peace of mind and protects your investments. Rule number 6 is the rule of automation. Do you want to become a consistent saver? Make it automatic. Again, going back to our earlier example, if your income is $3,000 a month and you're saving 20%, that's $600 a month, set a recurring transfer into your investment account during the payday. Do it before spending anything and before paying your bills. With automation, you will build wealth without even realizing it. Check out I Will Teach You to Be Rich by SEDPI. It changed the way I think about savings automation. Rule number 7, item in, item out. This one helps with both budgeting and spending and control and your home free of clutter. There was a study, a Princeton University study using MRI scans showed that physical clutter competes for your brain's attention. It reduces focus and increases anxiety. So why does it matter financially? A focused mind is better at budgeting, long-term planning, and resisting short-term splurges. When your space is clear, your brain can prioritize better decisions, including better financial decisions. So for every item you buy, get rid of one, donate, toss, or sell it. Buying a new shoes, donate the old pair. Buy a new gadget, sell the old one online. It forces you to think before buying and live intentionally. For me, you'll see me wearing the same simple t-shirt in every video. This is me embracing minimalism. So I stopped buying unnecessary clothes and redirected that money into books, courses, and investments. My clothing budget became my education budget. Now the bonus rule. The most important one. The secret to successful saving and investing, the one that really changes the game. Your savings rate is your fastest path to financial freedom. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep from your income. Why it matters? Here's how your savings rate affects retirement timeline. Say you start saving at age 25. If you save 10% of your income, you can retire in 40 years. But if you save 30% of your income, you can retire in 28 years. That's 12 years difference. Save 50%, you can retire in 17 years. But if you save 70% of your income, you can retire in just under 9 years. Your savings rate determines your retirement age. But then how do you boost your savings rate? Number 1, increase your income. And the easiest way to do this, ask your boss for a raise. Mind you, if you don't ask, you don't get. Also, don't be afraid to job hop if necessary. There might be a job out there that pays more for the same skills that you have for your current job. So don't leave money on the table. When I moved from a permanent job to a consulting job paying daily rate, that's when my income jumped significantly. But the other way to boost savings rate, cut lifestyle inflation. This simply means as your income rises, you don't let your spending rise with it. If you get a bonus, consider a salary sacrifice to your pension, for example, or invest it in Pag-ibig MP2. Say you have $1,000 bonus. Your take-home pay will be $750 after taxes. If you put $1,000 directly to your pension, the whole amount gets invested for your future. You could also automate the extra income from your salary increases straight into your investment account. And I know it's easier said than done, but what I'm saying is there are always creative ways to increase your savings other than, say, starting a side hustle business. And here's the brutal truth. Your credit card might be sabotaging your financial goals. If you take a closer look at your credit card statement, I can almost guarantee you'll find ways to save. So you don't need to be rich to build wealth. You just need to spend less, save more, but do it consistently. These are 8 rules that changed my life, and they can change yours too. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with a fellow OFW or kabayan who needs it. Which rule are you going to start with today? What does your credit card statement tell you about your financial priorities? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and here's to a wealthier future.